I see. Is anybody familiar with the term dead posting? Good, because I just made it up about a week ago. Remember this is the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. Do not dead post. And that is a post, and I have friends of mine to make sure I don't do that, and just send a post out there that has nothing on it, and which makes no sense. Which, you know, again, if you've got your Twitter feed linked up to your Facebook page, and you just click, you know, your picture on there, it goes out to Twitter with nothing. There's nothing there except this link, which people don't trust naked links at all. I wouldn't trust a naked link either. But when I say dead posting, you don't have any information, and how many of you today would like to get somewhere that you have to go without a sign? It's very frustrating, and you usually won't do it. So what I suggest is the following. What you see in here is you see that it's my page. I tag myself. I tag my company, because my company sponsors me. Also, I've got a friend of mine who is part of this Girls Rock Camp Madison, which sponsors young ladies to be able to get into rock and roll. And also myself, so if they're interested about me, they simply click on me, or they click on the sponsor, or they click on anything on there, or if they want more info, they've got a link to go there. And also, if they're graphically challenged like myself, which means I don't like words all that much, I like images, I also have a link that says, and I simply, all I do is put the URL in there, type in something, which is always information. You tell people what to do, and it helps them think, because we're all thinking a million miles a minute. If you say, please go to this, it's easy to do, I'm over there, and then all of a sudden I should either donate or I should buy. If it's a dead post, I go, what is this? I don't understand, I don't get it, what am I supposed to do? Okay, get that. Does that sound reasonable? Are we all like that a little bit, you think? So, the key here is to make sure that you start now this is a post-comment stream, and what I do is you use, are you familiar with the @ sign, being able to put your friends in text like this? How many people use the @ sign? How many people don't know what it is? Okay. That's okay, because I didn't know what it was, and even some of my friends that really are into all this, sometimes they go, wow, that is like the coolest thing. In other words, if you put the @ sign in a text box and start typing, you'll get this whole really cool line of information. And I mean to some of the biggest, like I did garbage and the down at the pandemonium down at the duck pond. I am tagged on sites that have 400, 500,000 people, and they're seeing my images because I tagged them. In other words, I put the @ sign, started typing pandemonium, and there you are. Shirley Manson is the lead singer for Garbage. I don't know if you guys, I didn't know anything about him until like a week ago or whatever it was. But wow, being up front for a Flaming Lips concert at my age, oh my God. Unreal. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but check them out, you'll see what I mean. You're a curious bunch, aren't you? Okay, this is what that turns into. Okay, so I have a compelling image, I have all kinds of stuff, and links to go where they need to go, and an information flow. That is a very lively post versus a very dead post. Dead posting, quote me on that. Alright, here's another thing. See the @ sign? I would have a blinking cursor if I was really good at whatever this program is. I wrote this in PowerPoint, but I hate PowerPoint. The @ and then as soon as I started typing, this is the box that drops down. So then I included them in, and that's where sponsorship comes in. In other words, if you have a sponsor and you want to be able to include them in your informational flow, this is one way to do it. Again, this is the Madison Nallard. 12,000. I added 12,378 people, 770 talking about it, and which is cool. So at the end of the day, so also as you can see, we put it in their event box. When you make an event, or someone else has an event, you have something to do with it, make sure you go back and let all the staunch people that really wanted to be part of that group, who actually said something on that wall, on an event page, they are very engaged. These people are very, very engaged. Connecting the digital dots, engaging fans, organizations, large number of followers, sponsors, photographer. Sponsor a photographer. Okay? Sponsor a photographer. If you know one, obviously I'm all for that. A good one. A good one that knows how to work a crowd, that knows how to get the images, that knows how to go and find the emotion and make it a journalistic event. So then when people engage your pictures, they'll say all kinds of really cool things about you and understand what you're trying to do. If you go out and take a couple of snapshots, you're going to lose because guess what? That's what membership is. And I know what that's one of the things right now that I see driving engagement to the higher levels for smaller pages is having photojournalistic content, whether it be video or whether it be stills. I work in the still market mostly, getting more into video, but it makes a huge difference. Tag and link your sponsors and media, drop in links to websites and blogs, make sure you connect every place you can think of, get into the digital content strategy beforehand, say who have I got to reach, who have I got, what's my target market. Connect those people together with @signs and tagging. It's so cool. It's so much fun. Here's one. Is everybody familiar with the Mamas? Okay. Mamas is a musical organization that helps kids get musical instruments. This is one case example of why you should have a photographer. You should have musicians and sports people. I like musicians a lot better than sports people, so I'm not a jock necessarily, but if you guys are, whatever you are, get involved in it because it's a fun thing. And they have a lot of different connections out in different places, and we all like to listen. Who likes music? Oh, come on. Who likes music? All right, you guys. We don't want any dead posts in here. All right, here's a little case of a study of me, because I can use my stuff, is we had a 23, these insights may not make sense to everybody, but I know that this particular post drew, I only have like 112 likes on Robert and Wydra, because I just started just the photography end of it lately. You can see within a week, we were up to 17,892 people reached. That's people that actually saw this stuff, that actually engaged with my page and my content and their content. How many people have got pages, if you could get 17,000, almost 18,000 people for every 100 likes, would you take it? Okay, there's ways to do it, and this is one of them.